Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers are in for Thursday, July 24, 2025. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, to connect with Nick Marone, Jack Wagner, Eric Forrester. John McCook gives Ridge Forrester, Thorsten Kaye, an emotional warning. Meanwhile, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Massins Wood, bond over his near-death experience. Let's start off with Eric, who has an emotional warning for Ridge. Fans have always known that Eric has been Ridge and Brooke Logan's, Catherine Kelly Lang, biggest cheerleader. Eric told Taylor that he was happy for her about the engagement. However, that wasn't completely true. Ever since learning about the TRIDG engagement, Eric has been pushing Ridge to reunite with Brooke. Despite Ridge's warnings to stay out of his love life, Eric will give his son another emotional warning. Over with Taylor, she really wants Nick and Brooke to reignite their romance. The psychologist reasons that it's her best chance of hanging on to Ridge. Not much of a relationship. Moving forward, Taylor will want details on how Nick's progress with Brooke is going. Taylor urged Donna Logan, Jennifer Gareis, to get her the information, but she refused. Taylor also just learned that a lot of people are still Team BRIDG. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that we should also see Nick and Taylor run into each other. That probably won't happen until the end of Thursday's episode, then it will carry over into the start of Friday's. From the weekly preview clip, it seems that Nick and Taylor could make some kind of deal. In tomorrow's episode, fans can also expect Liam and Steffy to have a heart-to-heart. Liam will open up about leaping in front of Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, to save Steffy's life. Liam might also talk about the miracle he just went through. It is teased that STM will bond, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will be romantically. At the same time, it is a soap opera. With John Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, fixated on Grace Buckingham's, Cassandra Creech, secrets, anything can happen. Maybe Finn will be so distracted that he won't notice the red flags between STEM. The sun rises over the shimmering Los Angeles skyline, casting golden beams on the iconic Forrester Creations building. But inside, old passions flare, buried secrets stir, and the delicate web of loyalty and betrayal stretches to the breaking point. On Thursday, July 24, The Bold and the Beautiful delivers an emotionally charged episode that sees Taylor and Nick reconnect in ways no one expected. Steffy and Liam reawaken a familiar fire, and Eric Forrester delivers a dire warning that could unravel everything. Taylor and NICK. The past isn't done with them yet. Taylor Hayes is no stranger to finding comfort in familiar arms when the world spins too fast. After months of trying to be the strong one, helping Finn, shielding Steffy from heartbreak, and juggling her reemergence as a force within Forrester, Taylor finally takes a breath. And it's Nick Marone who finds her in that vulnerable moment. Their run-in begins casually, a coincidence outside Il Giardino where both are seeking solace. Nick, rugged and introspective as ever, is sipping a black coffee alone when Taylor spots him. Taylor, I didn't expect to see you here. Nick, smirking. You say that like I'm a ghost from your past. Taylor joins him, and what starts as idle small talk soon dives into deeper waters. Memories of the child they lost, the lives they lived apart, and the strange pull that never quite disappeared linger between every word. Nick confides in Taylor about feeling adrift. Jack is grown. His sailing business is now mostly automated, and he feels like he's a bystander to his own life. Nick, do you ever wonder if you chose the wrong fork in the road? Taylor's silence answers for her. The scene turns more intimate as they walk along the beach, revisiting memories and wounds that never fully healed. Taylor's eyes glisten as she speaks of how hard it's been watching Steffy suffer, how torn she feels between protecting her daughter and letting her find her way. Nick places a steady hand on hers. Nick, You're not alone in this. You never were. Their connection is palpable. Could Taylor finally be ready to explore something real, something steady, with a man who's lived through pain too? Their embrace on the sand feels less like a reunion and more like destiny rising from the ashes. Steam. One step closer to the inevitability. At the Cliff House, Liam arrives with groceries just to help, but Steffi knows the truth. He's always found reasons to return. What she doesn't expect is how natural it suddenly feels. Laughing over burnt toast, watching Kelly dance around in her princess pajamas, reminiscing about happier times. What starts as a typical co-parenting moment turns emotionally charged when Kelly insists they all have breakfast together. Liam sits beside Steffi at the table, the intimacy of the moment not lost on either of them. Their hands brush. A familiar electricity hums. Steffi, quietly, "You're doing better." Liam, "Because of you." After Kelly leaves with Amelia, things get complicated. Steffi confronts Liam gently about his recovery, his visions, and whether his renewed closeness to her is real or reactive. Steffi, "You almost died, Liam. I can't tell if you're drawn to me or just clinging to what's safe." Liam looks her dead in the eye. "Liam, there's nothing safe about loving you. There never was." She tries to pull away emotionally, but he doesn't let her. He reminds her of how he fought through the brain trauma with her voice in his head, her face anchoring him to reality. It was always her. They don't kiss, not yet. But the longing is undeniable. As he leaves, Liam touches her cheek. "Liam, you and me, we were never finished." Steffi watches him go, torn between her loyalty to Finn and the lingering pull of something deeper, something that never truly ended. Eric's is earning a Ligi and NTRVENs. Back at Forrester Creations, Eric watches the next generation rush into designs, battles, and alliances like chess players with something to prove. But his eyes are darker today, his smile a little more forced. In his private office, he calls Ridge for a meeting, but Brooke comes instead. "Eric, I asked for Ridge." Brooke, folding her arms. "And I came because you looked worried." "I know that look." Eric opens up about something deeply troubling. He's been watching the company shift. The designs are trendier, riskier. The power plays are escalating, Grace stirring the pot, Ivy dropping cryptic warnings, and the return of figures like Daphne and Nick stirring new waves in the Forrester Ocean. "Eric, I built this family's legacy on elegance, on unity. But now, it feels like it's slipping." He brings up something no one saw coming, his medical results. He's not dying, not like before, but the doctors have found signs of an autoimmune issue flaring. He's tired more often, forgetting small things. Eric, with tears in his eyes. "I fought death once and won, but I don't know if I want to fight again, especially if this family tears itself apart." Brooke's heart sinks. She sits beside him, squeezing his hand. "Brooke, you're the heart of this family, Eric. We won't let you fade away, not now." Eric calls for a family meeting, something formal. He wants to remind them all who they are and what they stand for. But it's clear he has more on his mind than just fashion. His warning isn't just about business. It's a plea to Ridge, to Brooke, to the entire next generation, to stop before they lose each other for good. Finn's growing FERs. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Finn confides in Bridget about the unsettling distance growing between him and Steffi. He knows Liam's hovering. He can feel the energy shift. But what disturbs him most is the way Steffi avoids discussing it. "Finn, she says she's protecting me." But from what Bridget encourages him to be honest with Steffi, but cautions that his mother, Sheila, has been seen near the building again. Something feels off. "Bridget, your family's being watched, Finn, and I'm not just talking about Liam." Finn becomes determined to reclaim his marriage. But something inside him, a sliver of fear, a twist of paranoia, starts gnawing. If Sheila's lurking and Liam's rebuilding bridges, is Steffi emotionally prepared for the storm? Dawn of a NEVU Podoer couple. Elsewhere, Daphne and Zend continue their collaboration on the new, bold revival line. Chemistry sizzles as Zend shows her sketches of a bold, modern wedding gown, edgy yet classic. Zend, you inspired this. Fierce, powerful, unapologetic. Daphne leans in, impressed and curious. Daphne, you always this smooth, or is it just when you smell blood in the water? Zend smirks, but there's respect behind his gaze. They may be a wild card pairing, but there's ambition driving both of them. Daphne wants more than a design gig, she wants influence. And Zend, tired of playing second fiddle to RJ and Thomas, wants recognition. If they play their cards right, they could become Forrester's next power couple, professionally and personally. Gracie Mikis AMOV. In a shadowy hallway of Forrester, Grace corners Ivy, her eyes wild with desperation. Grace, you said you had proof. About the tumor. About Bridget. Ivy hesitates, clearly torn. Ivy, all I said was that I overheard something suspicious. You're the one turning it into a conspiracy. Grace isn't backing down. She suspects the tumor scare that nearly ended Eric's life wasn't what it seemed. And if Bridget falsified records, or if someone manipulated her into doing it, Grace intends to expose it. But she's playing a dangerous game. Eric's illness, Ridge's silence, and Bridget's fear all point to something bigger. And Grace? She's about to light the match. Ending moments. The stage is sated. As Thursday's episode draws to a close, the pieces are moving across the board. Taylor and Nick share a final look across a flickering candlelight dinner. Her hand lingers on his. She's unsure, but her heart hasn't raced like this in years. Liam stares at an old photo of him and Steffi. Behind him, Hope watches quietly, hurt blooming in her chest. She knows. She always knew. Eric stands alone in the Forrester showroom. He touches the fabric of a dress he designed decades ago. His voice is low, solemn. Eric, to himself. This family must not fall. Outside, storm clouds gather. Inside, love, ambition, and legacy are about to collide. Brooke overhears a secret she wasn't meant to. Ivy's cryptic evidence lands in the wrong hands. Steffi makes a confession that could shatter Finn. Taylor must choose between safety and desire. The legacy hangs in the balance, and so do hearts. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Boldy and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.